Different ways to cut and eat a mango. I'm Urvashi. I'm going to show you some very different ways in which you can prepare and eat a mango. We're going to go from the most formal, the kind that you want to use on a first date, to all the way down to it's going to taste fantastic, but oh my god, if they ever saw you eat it that way, you would never get a second date. And all of these methods have something to recommend it, so I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So let's start with the most formal method. Okay, can I be honest? I think this is a ridiculous method. My dad told me when he was in the military that they used to serve it like this in the mess, and we just thought it was hilarious that they would do it this way. But here's what you can do. You take it this way. It is quite elegant, I will give it that. So if you're at like a formal-ish party, or you know, at a party where you don't know the people, or it's your first date, you might want to do it. Hi, Gracie. So here's what you would do. You would cut it sideways, actually. This may or may not work with these mangoes. We will try. And then, much like you would with an avocado, you will twist it. And there you are. So now, the game is to take, I'm using a grapefruit spoon, and scoop it in like that, and eat the mango. Okay, this is gonna be, okay guys, if you're squeamish about watching people eat, don't watch this video, because I'm gonna eat my way through all of these mangoes, because I have to show you how, it's for research. This portion, you would use a spoon like this, and you would scoop off everything off of the seed, and then you would do the same thing down here. Okay, so very systematically you would make your way through this mango, eating a little bit at a time, elegantly like a lady, and that's how you do it. Let me put this away. Okay, notice I have an apron and a set of paper towels, and I highly suggest that you get something on that you don't care if you get mango juice on it, because the stains do not come off easily. When we were kids in India, we were made to go outside with our cousins, down practically, depending on how old we were, down to our little underwear, or down to a vest and an underwear, like, you know, an undershirt and an underwear, because you just could not get the stains out of your clothes. And then we were made to rinse off under a tap outside before we were even allowed in the house. So you see how clumsy you are and figure out what you're gonna do. Okay, probably the most conventional method is to cut along the sides, and then I'll show you how you can take it from there. So, cut down, and then take your knife and ease it along the sides like that. Okay, I'm using a serrated knife, and then if nobody's watching, take this and eat around that, like that. That's your cook's reward. With these bits, let's get rid of this one, for example. You have a couple of choices. You could just hand it to people like this, and then the rice is ready. And then the way people would eat it is like this, without making a mess. But you use your teeth essentially to scrape it off. And the other alternative at this point is you can cut this, just like you would a watermelon, off of the rind. So just cut the rind off, okay? Actually, you know what? There's another alternative, which is using a peeler and just going through this. Now, for this next portion, we have a couple of choices. You can cut this like this, and then go through with a knife underneath, or let's hope this works. Sometimes this works for me, sometimes it doesn't. Take an edge like this, put it in the glass, and very carefully push down. Voila! You have a slice of mango. And then you take this, and your cook's reward, you get to eat it. This is how you do it. You take this, pop the skin out, put your teeth like this, and strip it with your teeth. Okay? That's how you would do it. Here's the other alternative, is you do this when the mango is whole, but you use a soft fruit peeler and just go through. Okay? This is probably the most civilized option here. Hi puppy, you can't have any. I don't think dogs are supposed to have mangoes. Too much sugar. This would be easier if you did it when the mango was whole, but it works fine this way as well. Okay. Bah! And then you can just dice it up or do whatever you want. And move it to your plate, and you're all set. Okay, those were all the relatively reasonable ways to eat mangoes. I'm not going to show you how most people in India eat their mangoes. It is going to be a complete mess, and it is going to be so delicious, you will never eat it another way if you have an option. You're going to drink all of the juice, all of the pulp is going to get sucked out of right there. So the way you do that is you soften the mango. You can roll it like this, or you do what we were taught to do, which is you press like this with your thumbs and your finger and you soften it. Be sure to go along the whole side, and you cannot overdo this, guys. Just be really, really careful to not bruise the skin, but go through and soften it. Now here, I can sense that it's a little bit harder, so I'm gonna put a little effort in here. Because of my fingers with rheumatoid arthritis, I can't always do this, and so I roll it along. And then you pick out this thing, this little blob, okay? And get rid of it. And now you have yourself the equivalent of a straw. I'm about to get messy. Put this in your mouth and squish from the bottom, and you're gonna get a burst of mango juice straight into your mouth. It is amazing. Hang on. Okay, this is by far the best way to eat a mango. You keep doing that, go from the bottom. Keep pushing it up and eat your whole mango that way. Now, I'm gonna show you, like I said, this to me is my favorite way of doing it. Here are the things you have to watch out against. Sometimes it'll burst on the side and you have mango juice everywhere. So you just really, really need to be careful, and you have to just keep doing that. I'm gonna show you another method, which is what we use when you're trying to serve mango juice to everybody at the table. So it's not unusual for us to make puris, which is fried bread, and serve this on the side. And it was actually my dad's favorite thing. Every summer, that's all he wanted. Every mealtime was, this is called amras in Marathi. Am is mango in Hindi and in Marathi, and ras means juice. So when you're trying to do it for one person, you could do this. You could just sit around and stand over your sink and eat it. I won't judge. But if you're doing it for a bunch of people, then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna make a couple of mangoes like this. So let's say one per person. And you'll go through the same process that I did, but instead of shooting it into your mouth, you're gonna put this straight in here, okay? And then go through, make sure your hands are really clean, obviously. Okay, go through and get all the mango juice in here. And then lift this up and squeeze all the juice out. I know this looks weird to you, but we grew up eating it like this. I didn't make up this method. People eat it like this all the time, okay? I'm gonna go through this, soften as much as I can. It's very important to soften right around here because that's where the first bits of juice are gonna come out of. So be sure the top is really soft. Kind of like milking that mango. And I made a little hole in here, so this is gonna be a problem. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the mango out in there. Your hands can get quite a workout in the summertime, let me tell you. Making this for a family of 4 or 6, it's work, but it is delicious. God, I feel like I'm surrounded with mango here. Oop, squirted myself. And then take this and squish out all the juice from it. This is actually a good thing to make your kids do. They get to play with their food and squish around in it. Like I said, just be careful depending on how old they are. Strip them down to their undies or their diapers before they start to play with this stuff. Decant this, mix it up because the different mangoes are going to have different levels of ripeness and flavor. Do not add sugar. There's already a ton of sugar in here. What you can add right as you serve is a little bit of cream if you like, but don't add any sugar to this. Okay, and so then what would happen is people would just use their spoon and take up a piece of this like this. Oh my God, best way, best way. Okay, let me recap. One is you cut it along its equator, cut it like that, twist it like you would an avocado, and then you can have it with a spoon. First date fare. Second is that you cut it up in this fashion, sideways, cut down the sides, and then cut around the seed. And you can use a peeler or you can use a cup and make slices out of it, little bits out of it. The third way is you make a juice box out of your mango and squirt it straight into your mouth, my personal favorite. And then the fourth way is this, where you do essentially the same thing. You soften the mango, you get all the juice out, and you serve it up like this. So those are the various ways in which you can eat mangoes. I have a recipe for mango lassi on the blog, and I also am going to post a mango pineapple chili salad that you might enjoy. I'm Urvashi, blog is TwoSleevers.com. Thank you for watching.